giving it a moment to confirm to me that I am live. Let's have a look. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, everyone. I'm hoping you all are having a blessed day, and being able to spend some time with your kids, your family, your loved ones, your partners, husbands, etc. So that I had a lovely time with my family. We went out to the park and just had a little stroll. In these times where I live, there's still some form of a lockdown, so restaurants are still closed, and you can only do takeaway. There's not much open. All the playgrounds are closed and locked off, so there's not many options. But we can go to the park, so we did, and we had a little walk, and it was nice. We had a little snack for the kids, like they had a little cake, and they really enjoyed it. It was slightly rainy, but we decided never to let the rain stop us. Well, as long as it's not too bad anyway. So yeah, it was nice, and I really really needed that. And I find that when my head is spinning and I have so many things on my mind, that going for a walk really helps. So I'm hoping you all can have had a good day and are still having a good day. I have to say, my battery is like at 10% or something, so I can't make this one long. What I wanted to talk to you about today is protective hairstyling. So, one of the things, sort of low manipulation hairstyling, one of the things that I notice is that people with natural and curly hair are often do a lot with their hair. So, if you're brushing on a regular basis, like even every day, please stop. That's not going to help you with growing out your hair. So, here are a few tips I've got for you. Limit the amount of times that you brush or comb your hair. What I mean by that is actually combing through your hair. So, me, I like to properly detangle once a week or once every 2 weeks. On wash day. In this time, the 30-day hair challenge, you should be doing it for 4 weeks in a row on wash day. So you should be having 4 wash days in these 30 days. So leave the detangling to those days. Do not detangle on other days because it's not really that necessary. Like things that you can do is, if you feel like you have a big knot, definitely wet your hair. Take some conditioner or something that helps it, helps sort of to get slip into your hair. Take it like this and rake your fingers through. Now the reason why I'm holding my ends is so that while I'm brushing out hair or detangling hair, my curls just tend to sort of spiral up and then create new knots and tangles at the bottom. So that's why I like to hold my ends, and I really found that helped. Also, once I get down to the bottom of my hair, so they say start from the bottom, then brush up. Um, but I also like to take my hair like this, and just do the ends like that, so I don't pull on my roots. Now, one of the main issues that I noticed with black women and women who do a lot of styling on their hair is their edges. So this is a question I get a lot. How can I help grow my edges back? My edges are so damaged and so thin. Yeah, that happens a lot. So what I would say to that is try and minimize the brushing and the tangling and sort of the detangling on, especially at the front where your hair is so sensitive. So one other thing is brushing. I know you all like your hair brushes, your boar hair brushes, and smooth out the edges as much as you can. I would like to sort of strongly urge you to minimize that. One thing you can do instead is just use a cream. So you can use an edge cream, or I'm using the Shea on Me cream by Double Beauty, and you can just really sort of, rather than brushing them, just stick them to your head, and use an all natural cream, because a lot of the edge creams have silicones, and they dry out your hair. So don't use that. But you can see the difference now. Um, for me personally, this is enough. I don't need, the slick back edges. If you do like your slick back edges, then I would say by all means do that. But maybe for your 30-day challenge, maybe just try and avoid it just for this temporary. And if you follow me a lot, then you know that I've got a lot of new growth on my edges because after I gave birth to my daughter, I lost about half an inch around my edges. So I'm actually very careful with mine, and I'm just giving it some time to grow back healthy. So this for me is enough. If I then put my hair back in a ponytail, which I would suggest that maybe you try if you have ponytail hair length in the next 30 days to protect your ends. I use a silk scrunchie. Now this is 100% mulberry silk. So what that does, it creates no tangles at all and no friction and no damage. So that's one thing I like to use. So I put my hair in a ponytail. Now, if you think this is very plain and boring, I have another tip for you. By the way, ponytail or bun. Buns are the best for protecting. Just make sure you don't have your hair in a bun 24/7. But buns are really good. So if you think this is boring, I suggest you get a silk scarf. Now, a headband, I know a lot of people love headbands or head wraps. What I would say is if they're not made out of silk or satin, then they can create friction and they can create damage. So if you do use a headband or a head wrap that is not made out of silk, I would sort of strongly suggest that maybe for the next 30 days you let that go, or you use it if the only alternative is really you doing and styling your hair with all that all that pulling and combing and brushing, etc. So if that's the choice, then definitely do the head wrap. But if you can do without the head wrap and without the intensive styling methods, then do that. And I would suggest a silk scarf. Now I have one, and there's a few ways you can wear this, but I like to keep it simple. And not too complicated. I can suggest some really good pins from Pinterest that really give you some good ideas on how to make it a little bit more interesting. But I like to keep it simple, so either I do this. Also, if you really, if you're concerned about your edges and you want to take out the brush, this could be something you do instead. Now, so this, makes it a bit more interesting, even though it's just a plain brush, a plain ponytail or a bun. What would this look like in the bun? I only do loose buns because I just like to minimize the effect it has. Oh, there's like a little hair there somewhere. So yeah, this is what I do. Another idea you could do is, this is the last one I'm sharing on the scarf one, because there's really good pins. I'll just share with you on Pinterest. So I'll share the link after this. So say if I were to do this. Up there. Then I could take my silk scarf. And there's so many cute things you can do with a silk scarf. I have not figured them all out yet. But one thing you could do is just make it a little bit more interesting. Like if you like, you don't want to have the appearance of that you didn't do much with your hair at all, then just adding a cute little silk scarf can help. And if you, instead of brushing, you can take some Shea on Me or other thick cream, and and just sort of stick those fine hairs where you want them to. Another great way to do it, by the way, is to use a silk scarf to sort of put it in place where you want it, and so it doesn't sort of, you know what curly hair does, they just go back into their original position they loved. And they don't really always listen, your curls don't always listen to what you want. So but this is something else you can do. So be creative with a silk scarf, and I do really say silk because silk is breathable. It's a really good damage-free material, and I'm talking so much. So it's it's damage-free, and it's breathable. So that's why I prefer silk over satin. And I'm not, as you know, obviously I'm not afraid to just get the best, and the best alone for my hair. So that's a suggestion. So things you want to be thinking about in life, husband. So things you want to be thinking about is minimizing the times you brush or comb your hair, detangle your hair, to once a week during this time when you're doing the wash day routine. You want to, you know, try and wear your hair up as much as possible. So use a silk scrunchie and a silk scarf to spicing things up a little bit and just make it a bit more interesting. If you do like braids, etc., then that's fine. But when you do braid your hair, make sure you don't pull on your roots too much, because that's not good. Yeah, that's it. Any other questions? Just let me know. I'll put a few links, like because I can't give you guys too many like real styling tips, because I feel like everyone's hair length is different. So if I'll give you tips on what I do with my hair, well, your hair might not be you know, as long, or you might need styling tips for shorter hair. So what I suggested is that I can sort of give you guys some really nice links to YouTube videos and Pinterest, where you can sort of get some good ideas on what to do with a silk scarf, and also how to use you know, updos, how to create updos without too much damage. Use silk scrunchies, they are truly the best, because there's no damage at all, no friction. So yeah, that's what I would suggest. I'll put all the if you're part of the 30-day hair challenge and you've signed up, I will send you all of the links to the interesting information that I like. So yeah, that's it. Any questions, let me know. Feel free to speak up and reach out. We're here for you. It's the idea is that we're doing it together, and we're supporting you and helping you as much as we can. So don't be shy. I do hope you all have done your second your second wash day routine. So that means your second split end remedy, and your second co-wash with the cleansing conditioner, and the hair growth oil with the Manoi oil cocoa dream treatment. So I'm hoping you've all done that. That would be great. If you haven't done it yet, try and do it in the next few days, because you want to get 4 of those in before your 30 days are up. Look, what's this? There, a little tangle, little curly thing. There you go. Yeah, any questions, let me know. Hit me up. We're here for you. We're doing this together. Stick with us. Yeah, you are, but I'm sure by now you have noticed your hair is different, and feeling a lot softer and healthier. So I am sure you should notice that. So you will also definitely see the length if you stick with it. Do not give up, okay? All right. Bye everyone. I'll be around on social media for a while, because I'm posting a few other things. So if you have a question, just DM me, and if you need some support, yeah, feel free to DM me. All right, I'm going back to work now, and yeah, see you later. Have a blessed rest of your Sunday. Wishing you all a lot of peace and happiness and strength and courage throughout these crazy times.